Hey, 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 it's Tia, baby, and I am back with another video. I've gotten this same question in the comment section. Are you wearing any clothes? Do you have a shirt on? Da, 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 da. And the answer to your question is, it's my business. As an Instagrammer would say, it's my business. I'm in my own home. I ain't showing nothing off. So what does it matter? Sometimes I have clothes on. Sometimes who knows? But it's my business. So this video is about Selena, of course, and a particular guy. No, it's not Chris. No, it's not the damn doctor. No, it's not Abraham. It is one of the members of, well, former members of the Barrio Boys. And I'm going to give you a little backstory about the Barrio Boys. So they are a pop Latin group who was formed in 1991 in New York. They are Puerto Rican. They were managed under the same manager who managed New Kids on the Block. His name and their manager name was Joe Jacket. So I'm reading from some of my notes. So yeah, so I won't get discombobulated. Um, so yeah, they were formed in 1991. Their one of their albums that got the most attention was titled the same song, the same as the song that they did with Selena, Donde Quiera que estás. So they, wherever you are, donde quiera que estás. So estés. Sorry. Donde quiera que estés. Sorry, but yeah, they got the most attention with that particular album and that particular song, and the album was in 1993. Well, the yeah, 99. Well, maybe they did the song in 93, but they did the video in 94. Because I'm like 93. That don't seem, when I saw the video I saw 94, I believe. So I think that they wrote the song and the song was came out in 93, but they didn't do the actual music video until 94. Maybe that's when they added Selena to the song. Maybe originally it was just their song, and then in 94 they added her to it. I don't know. But I know you guys are like wondering, okay, so which one are you talking about? So of course I'm talking about Freddy Correa. Is it Correa or Korea? I'm assuming it's Correa. So he was in the band from the beginning and he left in 94. So from the looks of this band, and I don't know much about this band, but to me they remind me, when I've seen some of their performances, basically the performance that they done with Selena, and the way they sound and their vibe, it gives me Boys to Men, like a Latin Boys to Men. So, and they seemed like they were becoming like successful, had a name for themselves. So I just like was curious of Freddie Correa, because I'm like, okay, their group aren't doing half bad. They're not doing bad at all. So when I noticed, I've seen like some of Selena's performances with her band later on, like 94, 95, and I noticed some guy next to John, is it Don Shelton. And I was like, this guy look familiar. I don't know where I know him from, but he looks familiar. Because I know Pete, who was originally one of her backup, dancers and, singers and stuff. He went on solo because he was good at writing songs, and he wanted to, expand his career. So he went solo. But he still, was, contact with them. he still stayed in contact with them. He still wrote, for Selena some of her songs, helped write some of her songs and stuff like that. So he was still around, but he wasn't like a part of the band per se. So I was like, this guy looked familiar. And then when I seen the video of the song that she did with them, I was like, yeah, okay. Yeah. I'm like, that is him. And then I did some research and I went on Wikipedia and I was like, is this did one of these motherfuckers leave the group and became a backup dancer? And by lo and behold, it was him. So what triggered me, it was like, what was his motive in that? Like, cause I'm like, I'm thinking in a way of, you know, for example, Boys the Men. Since I said they are kind of like, they give me Boys the Men vibes. So I'm gonna say, one of the members, I'm gonna say, okay, for example, um, Wanye. He's the lead singer in the band. Well, one of them, one of the lead singers in the band, and he just left. They done well, had albums, had singles. They were doing pretty well, and he just happens to leave, and I see him being a backup dancer or backup singer to Mariah Carey. I'm like, you just went 10 times backwards. Who does that? Like, I never heard until now, I never heard of an artist who went backwards, who became a backup singer. Now, usually artists who was once in a band, they usually just leave the band and go solo. For instance, Destiny's Child, the members of Destiny's Child, um Drew Hill with Cisco went parted ways and he did his own thing. Michael Jackson, he was a part of a group and he went solo. So I mean, I've most people that have been in a band, that's their next route is to go solo, not a backup dancer. Like, I never heard of that until now. So I'm like, okay, why did he do that? Like, because from what I'm reading, they've been active since 2001. I don't know. I don't know how. I don't, like I said, I don't follow their music, but like I said, I don't see nothing really bad about their venture. So I'm just trying to figure out why did he leave? Was it some issues with the other members? Like, if y'all follow, if there are any Barrio Boys fans, please let me know what happened, because is it some friction between the members? Because I just never heard of a person to leave a band and to go become a backup dancer. I would think that they would go solo, because it's not like they don't have connections. They all have connections to producers or whatever that can help them branch their career off if they decide to go solo. I mean, it's never easy, but I'm just saying, why would you pick backup dancer? So I remember there was a girl who was a medium or fake medium. I don't know what she was. I don't know the technical term. I'm gonna say medium. I know she was a Hispanic girl. I could not find a video for the life of me, but it was a YouTube video, and she talked about her vision, and she said that that a guy. She didn't say who the name was. She just said a guy in her band confessed to Selena about his feelings for her, and he wanted to be with her. He can't fight the feelings he had for her and all of that. And she said, in return, Selena told him, I'm flattered, basically. I'm flattered. However, I'm married. I'm married to Chris, and I love Chris. Like, she was totally devoted to Chris, as she's been. So, and she said, we're friends, and I don't want nothing to, mess that up. So I'm like, I know it ain't Don Shelton because he was married. He was married at the time and still married to the day he died, I believe. And I mean, I just don't see them two even having anything together because not because he's black, no, but he seemed like he was much older, and then he's married. He was married too, so I'm putting two and two together because I'm like I know it wasn't, wasn't I was like I really never thought of Ricky or anybody else to because of course Ricky had a thing for Suzette from my previous videos that I put out. Joe, I didn't think of it or anything else, so I'm like it had to be him because he just came out of nowhere, like he was just in the band and then all of a sudden I see him dancing back up. And I'm like, you just took a whole U-turn in your career. Like, who does that? Not saying that, Selena's band was out and popping. I mean, maybe he couldn't get his solo career popping, so he had to take what he can get. But I feel like, and this is just my opinion, I could be wrong, but I just feel like he decided to take that role because he wanted to get closer to Selena. Because, like I told you, the girl was saying in her vision, I don't know if this actually happened. I don't know if she actually read this somewhere that happened, that encounter happened, or if she just envisioned it. I don't remember. It was like years ago when I saw that video, and I can't find it. But all I know is it did make sense because I'm like, I never seen that happen until now. Like you were in a group that was doing well, and then you turn out to end up being a backup dancer to an artist that was featured on one of your songs. So bizarre to me. And I just felt like maybe he did that for several reasons. A, because maybe his solo career wasn't popping, or he couldn't get jump started a solo career. And two or three, that he wanted to get closer to Selena. But of course Selena wasn't having that because she is devoted to Chris. But I don't know. It's just weird to me. But like I said, Barrio Boys fans, if you know the story about that, please let me know in the comment section below because I am very curious of that. Because, yeah, like, that's just weird to me. Weird. And if it is true, like, I want to know how Chris really felt. Because to me, Chris, he had to endure a lot of men fondling over her, making comments about her body, making comments about her beauty. And for him to be so like mature about everything and not let it get to him, he's like the most patient person ever because I know that if I was a guy, I probably wouldn't handle it well. And then I know guys that don't handle that well. With men kissing all over their woman. I mean, even though their woman, that's their job, like they're in the spotlight, but just to have all that attention, that sexual attention and all of that, some men can't take that, can't handle that. And he, handled it beautifully, beautifully. And I'm sure he had the confidence to know, yes, at the end of the day, she coming home with me. That's my wife. I know how she feel about me. I know how I feel about her. I'm confident in our relationship, blah, blah, blah. So men, you all need to take classes, Chris classes, because he is like a true example of how to be a husband, be a devoted husband, support his wife, and, be very patient and very, you know, I don't know the word I'm looking for, but you know what I mean. But yeah, like he was a true trooper because there were moments where I felt like, some of those male fans were taking advantage and being perverts because I've heard that I heard that a guy grabbed Selena's butt, but I heard that she punched him. So she handled it herself. But just stuff like that. Like, I know if I was a guy, I wouldn't handle that well. I would have been all up in their face and be like, who the fuck are you touching? Stuff like that. So he handled it very maturely and very well. So I just want to know, if that is true, like, did Chris ever see or sense, any, because guys know how guys are. So I'm sure he knew that Freddie felt like she was attractive, because he know a lot of men find Selena attractive. They were told him themselves, but I just want to know, did he sense that from him, and if so, like, how was he feeling, because he's so close to the band. He was there all the time. But I know that there's a picture of, Don Shelton, him and Chris, like, being buddy buddy on the bus, and I will have a picture of that. So yeah, like, it's confusing, but it does make sense, like, cuz it only makes sense that he would try to get close to her, because I don't understand why he would leave a great group at the time to become a backup dancer instead of a solo artist if you wanted to leave your group. Like, it just don't make sense. It don't make sense. But that's what I wanted to talk about. Also, for the haters, I've seen some comments about me posting videos in reference to Selena, and I blocked. Trust and believe. If you send a negative comment, I will block you. I have no issues with that. But I've seen several comments about the same thing. Oh, she says she's not obsessed with Selena, but yet she keeps posting videos about Selena. Let me tell you this. A, I am a Selena fan. No, I am not obsessed for the trillionth time. Also, I post videos about Selena because people love them. I've got a lot of feedback saying, "Oh, bring more, bring more, bring more." And so that's why I do it. I try to give content for my viewers, who I'm trying to support my viewers just like they're trying to support me. So in return, I'm giving them what they ask for. Also, Selena videos do get the most views, I'm not going to lie. But I will say I am running out of, ideas. The only thing left is like doing reactions. But other than that, the only thing that I can really go and talk about is the Netflix movie, but it hasn't came out yet. It keeps procrastinating for some odd reason, because I was told one thing that it was going to come out in October. Then I'm hearing another, thing that they're not coming out with it until next year. So it's like, I don't know. But of course, that's going to be a huge thing on my channel. I will be giving commentary on each episode. But I don't know when it comes out. But to answer your question, I give what viewers want. That's what they ask for, so I do my best. But if I am more than happy to talk about other things. But it's all up to you guys. You have to let me know what you want me to talk about in the comment section below. If you want me to continue to talk about Selena, then you need to give me something to go about, because I'm running out of, things to talk about. And I also was intrigued by Selena more because of Chris' book. He showed me the human side of Selena versus the star Selena. And I was intrigued by that more, and that made me more of a bigger fan, as I stated in other videos. But you guys had to help me out. Like, you if you want me to continue this Selena journey, give me something that you want me to talk about in reference to her or someone in her family. If you want me to talk about other people, other topics, leave a comment below and let me know, and I'll try my best to fulfill that. Until then, like, subscribe, comment, favorite, all of that, and I will come back with another video. Peace.